All right, so you did mention Paul Riley.
Mm-hmm.
When all that stuff happened, you're on the team. What did you feel? Like during those times, like what were the emotions that you went through during that time?
I had an extremely complicated relationship with Paul.
Okay.
So I had him for the first year in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
He was phenomenal, best coach I'd ever had. And then the following year, things just kind of took a very strange turn in the relationship. And he started commenting on my weight a lot and telling me I needed to lose 14 pounds in 10 days healthily. And I don't know how you do that.
You don't.
You don't. So then I started developing a very strange relationship with food, which I think is something that's difficult for almost any female in today's society, especially. And then to put it on top of being an athlete and putting where we put so much of our identity in our sport and then associating my identity with my weight, it was such a tricky balance. So that was a bit of a problem. So when the article came out and he got fired like immediately, it was a bit of a relief.
Okay.
To be honest, there was just so much like pain that had been associated with that, and I was still dealing with trying to have a better relationship with food at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when he left, there was a huge weight off my chest.
I know a lot of people talk, and you mentioned your relationship with him when it came down to weight and food, but the other things that kind of came out, the main reason why he was let go, was that something that, hey, there was whispers about, hey, we've heard like from people at this other team before that this happened. Were you guys shocked by that portion of it, or was it one of those things where like we've kind of heard something about this?
I had heard nothing in the first year or two. As more new faces came in that knew Paul from the Philadelphia team in the WPS and then played with him in Portland, I had heard whispers of it as more of those players came in. Before that, hadn't heard a thing. Had only just thought of him as the greatest coach in the world in 2015. Kept me motivated when I was behind two world-class center backs. And at the time, I had zero thought that I was ever going to play in a game. Okay. And then he just kept me going the whole season, and I played 6 games.
What is that emotional swing like for you, though, to go from thinking this is the best coach you ever played for to I'm so relieved he got fired? Like that's a big emotional swing, I think.
It was. I ended up texting the assistant coach now, Nathan Thackeray, and I just kind of told him when we were talking about, do we take that week off the week after the article came out, and that was a huge thing. It wasn't quite a strike, but it was like we need time off. This was huge. This is a bomb that just dropped. So I actually advocated that I wanted to play in that game, whereas a lot of people were like, I need the time off, but I wanted to play because I wanted to prove to everyone that it wasn't like Paul that made me the player that I was, that he may have helped me along the way to become that player, but I had to fight through a lot of adversity and stuff that he threw at me. So I wanted to show everyone that it wasn't just like him that created the player that I am now. So I wanted to play, but it was a very strange swing to go from feeling like he was the greatest person and he always had my back to, wow, like this is a relief now. He's gone.